Welcome to Sylvia Speaks, a space created for Latinas to cultivate healing, knowledge around trauma, money wounds, finding your purpose, and unapologetically speaking your truth. A space that talks about it all, from healing mother wounds, difficulties in parenting, struggles in love, and the journey to self-discovery. Hi, everyone, and welcome to episode 36 of Sylvia Speaks, the podcast. It has been an unintentional 2-week hiatus, and I deeply apologize. I did promise to get this specific episode out in the beginning of the week, but per usual, life be lifing, life got hands, and that just wasn't going to happen. Trying to record with a toddler is practically impossible, especially with a toddler who has gained tons of independence and does not want to nap, and just is like she's very talkative. So she could have been my guest. I mean, I think I might have to do that. See what kind of conversation we have for you guys. That's a really good idea. I just came up with that. I think that's cute. I do want to have my girls as like a guest. Maybe they could be my first guest, because 36 episodes in and we still don't got a guest. But it's okay. It's partially my fault. It's 100% my fault. I'm not even going to say partially. It's 100% my fault. But anyway, last time we spoke was right before Halloween. And an update on how I'm doing post lift and implant surgery. I'm feeling amazing. I definitely feel them settling in. Feel like my incisions are healing. It's so crazy to compare what I went through with the explant surgery and then the recovery for the implant surgery, just how incredibly different the two things were. I mean, definitely after my explant surgery, I was like totally fine after 2 days, and I felt so free. I felt just free. Like, I really don't know how to explain it, but internally I just felt like a relief. And now that I have these foreign objects in my body again, I definitely do notice a difference. And it's really crazy to kind of just like distinguish the two and really kind of just compare. I'm still happy with my decision, but at the same time I'm like, wow, like I see it from a whole different standpoint now, like how implants really affect your body. They may look really nice aesthetically, but as far as like medically and like internally how you feel, it's crazy. But aside from the surgery and just like my overall healing, I feel great. They look great. I'm excited to see what they look like once the scars are finally healed, and just like once everything is settled down. At first, like I had mentioned in the last episode, they looked like fucking parking cones when I got out of surgery, and I was very scared that they were going to look like that. And I was like, did I get botched? But thankfully I did not, because they're starting to settle in, and they really look like what my breasts look like post explant, but with volume. Like, they don't look like flat, like just skin. So I'm really happy. I'm very happy that the surgeon listened to me, and that basically we went with the same size, just full. But I'm happy. Other than that, I did very sorry for the 2-week hiatus. It was not planned. Um, I got sick last week with some stomach bacteria. I swear I was from some lettuce. I did not have E. coli, apparently. I don't know. I haven't got that culture back yet, but it definitely wasn't salmonella. But it had to have been something, because I bought a new thing of lettuce from Ralph's, one of those ready and washed and prepared and just ready to eat type, and that's what I had for dinner that previous Sunday. Just trying to get back on track, trying to be healthy again, because your girl definitely has gained a couple pounds. Oh, I'm not feeling too happy about that, but I gained a couple pounds. So I'm trying to reverse the pounds that I gained. And that was my first day, like, attempt of trying to get back on track by eating a salad for dinner. And it fucked me up for 5, 6, 7 days. It fucked me up for a week. Very, very unfortunate that salad could do that to me, the lettuce. I'm very heartbroken because now I'm a little traumatized and I love salads. So I'm very sad. But anyway, I bought the salad mix. I had that for dinner Sunday night, and Monday morning I woke up feeling so shitty. So shitty. And it lasted for 5 days until I was like, all right, like I need to go seek medical attention because this is becoming way too much. And yeah, it turns out I had a bacteria. They gave me some antibiotics. If my stubborn ass would have went sooner, I probably would have gotten taken care of sooner, and I would have been feeling much better. But I'm stubborn, and that's what I get for being stubborn. So that was a lesson to myself, but also a lesson to my body. And my mental, to just listen to my body. Because I feel like now that I'm getting older, I will be 31 on Sunday, the 19th of November. Crazy. But I noticed that now that I am getting older, I can't do the same things that I did back in my 20s or even when I was a kid, like ignoring pains, like kind of just like bypassing like different symptoms that I feel. Like that doesn't fly anymore. Like my body is like, oh, okay, you're not gonna like recognize that your stomach's hurting, just wait, like it's little things like that, even migraines. And it's just really taught me to just take care of my body and to listen to my body, because last Thursday, a week ago, I was after yoga class. I mean, I was like really trying to muster up the energy. I went to cycle for the first time in like 3 weeks that Wednesday, and I was like, I need a fucking workout. Like, I'm tired of being a little chunky. I need to work out. I need to get back on track. And it was really difficult to do that class because my stomach was just like, and then Thursday I went to yoga and I was super relaxed, and I came home and I was like feeling so horrible, to the point where my boyfriend had to come to get me because it was like, I think I gotta go to the ER. But I calmed down, once I was in his presence, and he kind of just like helped me calm down, and I was like, okay, I feel better. I was like, I don't really feel like going to the ER and waiting there for 4 hours. So let's just hope that tomorrow I feel great, And then Friday came and it was like, no, you need to go to seek medical attention. So yeah, listen to your bodies, you guys. Because if you don't listen to your bodies, if you don't rest when you're supposed to, your body will make you. Like, it's not even a choice at that point. Like, it's going to happen one way or another. So I've definitely learned my lesson. But yes, chapter 31 is coming. I think I'm going to make that my own like separate episode, and maybe have that even be the start of season 2. Um I eh, I don't know how I'm feeling about my birthday, but we will save that for that episode. We're not going to talk about that right now. Any other updates? Let's see. Abby is done with soccer. She's been kicking fucking ass. That girl is the best goalie ever. Like, for it being her first year playing soccer, that girl is a natural, and I'm very happy that she has found something. She has found community. She has found friends, and just a sport that she loves and that she's so good at. And it makes me really emotional because watching her just like dive for the ball and like protect her damn goalpost, that's my daughter. That is my daughter. But soccer is over and school is over. Girl got a master's now. So it's like, where's all my time going? Where's all my time going? And why has it been hard for me to do an episode? Aside from like the sickness, aside from just little things in life that have kind of like stopped me from being able to, do an episode on like a day where I thought I would have extra time. Um, Time management is definitely something that I need to revisit in my life and work on again. And I'm not going to save that for a 2024 New Year's resolution thing. I need to do that now. And so today we're going to kind of talk about some things that you can do right now in this present moment. We're going to pick 5 things that you can do right now in this present moment that will help you to reach your goals, to attain whatever goal that you have in mind, or just get closer to it. You don't even have to attain it by this point. But I am a firm believer that like, you don't need to wait until January 1st to, start a resolution. You don't need to wait until Monday. You don't need to wait until the first of the month. I think that any moment in which you decide that you want to make a change in your life, in that very same moment, you can make that change. There is nothing saying that you have to, you know, do it on a specific time. I know that some people say that they feel better when they wait, but honestly, that's just you trying to play a mind trick on yourself. Like, you're like, yeah, if I wait till Monday, like, I'll be more motivated. No, you won't. The reality is, no, you won't, because I did that. I lied to myself for very many, many years where I was like, Monday I'll start a diet. Monday I'll start working out. Monday I'll do this. And then Monday rolls along. Something happens and you're like, oh, well, it's all screwed up. Now I got to wait till next Monday. And it's a cycle that continues to repeat, but you're in control. You ultimately are in control. So, what I found, and I thank me being on the keto diet for this, because I feel like me starting keto, me being on keto, me living that lifestyle, and really cutting everything out cold turkey taught me so much. And that's something that, even though I don't practice that lifestyle anymore, I still take the teachings that I learned from it, and like the habits that I built, I take that on to my life because I can apply it to so many different areas. So when I started keto, I decided to start it because, well, when my friend was doing it, she was like, "Girl, you can eat all the fat, you can eat all the bacon, you can eat all this stuff, and like you won't gain weight, you're gonna lose weight." And I was like, impossible. And then I watched a documentary called The Magic Pill. It used to be on Netflix. It is not anymore. I think now it's only on YouTube, but I haven't searched it in a while. So if you're interested in watching it, it's a definitely, I recommend it. It was such a good documentary. It was so good that I cut carbs and sugar out cold turkey that night, and the very next morning I started the keto diet. And for me, in that time, that was so unheard of, because one, I'm a foodie, I love food, and two, I had never been able to successfully like do a diet like that. It was very hard, and much less to cut sugar out. Oh my god, like I love sugar. But it was so impactful to watch that documentary and just have everything be explained, that I was like, I'm doing it. And so my mindset, really, like, although I think the documentary, for what it taught me, it was my mindset. It was the fact that I said, I'm ready. I'm done with the excuses. I'm done with the bullshit. I'm ready to make a change in my life. And it starts here. It starts with me. And so that's something that you can apply again to anything in life. If you're tired with the way that people are treating you at work, if you're tired with the way that you perform at work, if you're tired with the way that you come up with excuses to not work out when you get home, if you're tired with the way that you come up with excuses for how you treat people, how you talk to people, how you react or how you don't react, you can change that. Like right now, in this very moment, you can make a decision that the next time this comes up, it's going to be different. And so for me, right now, in this present moment, something that I need to focus on is like my time management. I haven't been doing very good at that, to where I have not been getting my workouts in, hence why I'm getting a little chubby. And I also have been eating like shit, like complete shit. And I'm not following my routine. I've fallen off of track, but that doesn't mean that I get to stay there. So I decide, okay, that's it. You know what? Maybe I had two tamales for lunch. I did. I had two tamales for lunch, but it's okay. Like, it stopped there. I'm fasting now. I'm going to drink tea later. I'm going to go to yoga. And tomorrow, I'm going to start my morning with a protein shake. And I'm just going to make sure that I eat healthy tomorrow. It's okay. But I get to decide to make that change. I get to decide if I want to continue on that path where I feel like crap about myself, or if I want to start making changes that make me feel good. And it's okay if it's small changes from here, like at your starting point. That's why I'm saying that it's not something that you have to do to completely reach your goal. It's just small things that you can change in your life to help you get there. So you can start doing that now. You don't need to wait until January 1st, but practicing that will get you closer to the whatever goal resolution it is that you want to attain in 2024. Second thing, getting rid of the desire and need to be liked by everybody. This is something that I have been practicing in the past 5 months now. And I was really thinking about this when I was driving home from work. I was like, honestly, this podcast has become such a space where I like praise my boyfriend. And I don't know if you guys are tired of hearing it. I'm sorry if you are. It just is something that's coming very natural to me because I do have a lot to thank him for. There is so much. I mean, I prayed for this man, I manifested him. So, like, naturally, there's going to be a lot of qualities about him that I'm going to want to share with you guys because you'll attain that too if that's what you're looking for. If you're looking for a partner and you start manifesting, this will happen to you too. But what I've like just learned from him is like getting rid of that desire to be like liked by people. You don't need to be liked. You don't need people to understand you. You don't need people to like complete you, basically. And one of my biggest things as a people pleaser, I want to say ex people pleaser, but I don't think I'm there yet. As a recovering people pleaser, is I just hate letting people down, right? But really what it is I hate telling people no because I don't want them to dislike me. I don't want them to think that I'm not a good person or I'm not a good friend or, to stop talking to me or to stop inviting me to things. And that kept me in spaces for a really long time with people who didn't value me. And it was difficult at first. Like, I felt a lot of guilt. And sometimes that guilt still does come up where I'm like, I wonder if that person thinks that I hate them because I haven't reached out. Or I wonder if that person thinks that I hate them because I didn't show up to the event that they invited me to. Or because I don't show up for them in the same ways that I used to. And maybe they think that I'm acting weird. Maybe they think that I'm just strange now because I got a man and I'm cutting everybody out. Like, and it's really not that. Yes, he has taught me this trait, but this was something that I needed to do a long time ago, like releasing that weight of the acceptance of people because I am me and what I do is for me and for my benefit and for the benefit of my loved ones. And people who genuinely love you and who care about you and are in your life because they value you will understand that. And so right now, like, my mom has always told me you can count your friends on the palm of your hand. And the people who genuinely I feel love and value me that I hold in my hand, I don't have to explain anything to them. They get it. Like, they understand. They're like, hey, like, there's no need to explain why you haven't reached out or no need to explain why you had to go or why you didn't make it or why XYZ. We get it. We understand because we know you. We know you as a person. We know your values. We know your heart. And we know that it is with no malintent. And so that's something that I invite you guys to do too, especially if you are a people pleaser or an ex people pleaser like me, or maybe you haven't even realized that you're a people pleaser yet. But if you feel like it's really difficult for you to say no, or when people invite you, you don't know how to say no without like making like feeling like you're a horrible person or feeling like they're going to hate you, or just maybe even that feeling of FOMO, because sometimes we confuse FOMO with being a people pleaser. That I think that was my biggest like takeaway when I started learning all that about myself. But just releasing that. You don't have to be liked by people. The people who like you and the people that you like back and that you love back, those are the only people that you really need in your life. Nobody else really needs to matter, you know? 3, learning how to just embrace yourself, especially on the days where you don't feel confident. And I feel like I've been having those days a lot more now than I did in the early parts of the year. Post explant, post even now, like with the implants, and again, it's still a roller coaster to where I had to just learn my body all over again. And a lot of people are like, but you're beautiful, but you got a body, but you got this, like a lot of people like to point out traits about yourself, right? Or compare. People can compare themselves to you, but that doesn't invalidate how you feel. There are days we're not always going to love all the parts of ourselves, but we have to work hard on doing that and showing the parts that we don't love the most love. I can sit here and pick myself apart, you know, all day. Like I just got Botox on Sunday, and I'm like, oh, thank goodness. It's been like a really long time since I got a touch up, and I was starting to notice my lines, and I'm like, oh my God, my 31-year-old skin is showing my age. And not that it's a problem. I don't need the Botox, right? Like I didn't need the implants, but it was something that I wanted. It's my birthday. Like I want my lines gone. What's wrong with that? There's nothing wrong with that. If I want it, I can get it. So I did it. And now like everything is settling and I'm loving it, but I'm like, one of my eyes looks bigger than the other now, and I've always had an eye that's bigger than the other, but I feel like post Botox it's more noticeable. And I'm like, I could sit here and I could pick myself apart over it. I could sit here and pick myself apart over the fact that like I hate that my chin gets hair sometimes, and I'm like, so annoying. I feel so unfeminine like with it. um but for what? For what? Like the same things that you don't love about yourself, there's somebody out there that fucking loves them. And point in case, again, back to my boyfriend, he has an insecurity with the smile, which I think is so absurd because the smile is one of my favorite features, if not my most favorite feature. Like every time he smiles, I just like, like it makes me melt, you know? And it's crazy because I'm sure that you have friends or people in your life that you're like, girl, I love your ass, or your fucking titties are great, or you have the most prettiest smile, or your eyes are just beautiful. You have your eyebrow shape is like bomb. Your hair is great and it's natural. You don't even need a weave. You don't need extensions. Like, how, But that same person could say, I hate my hair. It's so thick. I could never do anything with it. And I'm like, oh, you're like, bien peluda. I'm like, can I have some? I wish I had that problem. I wish I had thick hair. So just remembering that the things that we want to pick ourselves apart for, the things that we don't love about ourselves, there's somebody out there that like absolutely just loves that about you. Like they see you walking down the street and they're like, God damn, I love her big eye. I don't know, like something crazy like that. Um, but number 4, take the next month and a half left of the year to apologize to the people that you need to apologize to. I think this is a big one that a lot of people may kind of maybe not agree with. But I think it's a good time to reflect. I feel like the holidays are a good time to reflect back on things that we could have done, maybe better. Maybe apologies that we owe people. Maybe we were being bitchy to our friends and we kind of just brushed it under the rug and we didn't take the time to like acknowledge that moment and say, hey, you know what? Like, I'm sorry that I was being a shitty friend at that time. I was going through some things. It's not an excuse, but I just wanted to take the time to apologize to you. And you're going to realize how much of a difference that makes, because sometimes people are really waiting for that apology or just acknowledgement, right? That you realize that you're taking accountability for how you were behaving. And that's it. And that's all they want. And maybe they'll never tell you that, but it feels so good to get that. When you finally get that apology that you've been waiting for, or just somebody to like talk to you about it, you're like, oh my God, how did you know that it was bothering me? But I was never going to tell you that because I'm a people pleaser. But take the time to just really apologize to your friends. This is something that I feel Mari and I practice very often, where sometimes we circle back and we're like, hey, you know what? Like, I'm sorry if I was being moody, if I was being bitchy at this time. Like, I wasn't feeling good. It's not an excuse, but I'm sorry. And I wanted to tell you sorry for it. So it's something that I have been practicing and I highly recommend it. I feel like right now, the holidays are a perfect time to do so. You never know what people are going through. The holidays are they are just really touchy because to some people they're the greatest time of the year and to other people they dread it. And I can understand both parts. I love the magic of the holidays, but I feel like in the past holidays have been kind of like a sadder time for me because I don't feel united. I don't feel like my family gets together like they used to. I just don't feel like I don't know. I don't feel like I'm celebrating the holidays like I would ideally like to, but this year it's changing. So I'm excited to see how the holidays unfold this year. But I understand that, there's people out there who they feel very alone during the holidays. And so maybe you reaching out may make such a difference in their life that you don't even know. So I would recommend that that's something that you practice before we enter 2024. And number 5. Number 5 is learning to say no. No. Learning to say no. Definitely start practicing this now, because I feel like the holidays again are a great time to implement this new this new, not hobby, what the hell, this new trait, because saying no, especially if you're a people pleaser, is very, very difficult. And this is even saying no to yourself. This doesn't just mean saying no to other people. This doesn't mean saying no to plans. This doesn't mean saying no to bullshit or to food or whatever. But this is also learning how to say no to your own damn self. Learning how to check yourself before you wreck yourself. Like, for me, it's a work in progress. All right. It's a work in progress, but there's a lot of different things that I need to tweak within myself that I need to learn to say no to. Shopping. I need to stop fucking shopping. I don't know what your no is, but if it's the same as mine and you got a plan, let me know, because I don't know. But I need to stop shopping. I need to tell myself, no, no, I don't need that. No, I don't need that. No, 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 no. And also me learning to say no to other people. I feel like sometimes I do make myself very available out of love, but I need to remind myself that I matter. I need to get on a better sleep schedule. I need to start working out. I need to like plan my days better, and there's some things that come up and I just need to learn how to say no. I can't like be in two places at once. I can't like please everybody, and I come first and you come first. And so learning to say no to people, places, things, food, whatever it is that you feel like comes up and your body's like, say no. And it doesn't need an explanation. And that comes along with that as well. Like saying no and leaving it at that. Just one word is an answer. No is an answer. You don't have to further explain. You don't have to give like a detailed explanation. And as I'm starting to learn this, I'm starting to realize like how common it is for people who are or were people pleasers or like struggle with that type of trauma. They want to over explain so bad. Me, like I over explain so much that it's not even necessary. Like I'm like, I don't need to go into all that detail. If I say no, it's no. And that's something that I need to practice. And that's something that I invite you guys to practice along with me, because 2024 is going to be an amazing year for us. We're not bringing any of this bullshit. And it's okay. We bring a little bit of the bullshit, but we're practicing now on how to make sure that we don't end 2024 with the bullshit, because healing isn't linear. It is a journey. There's a lot of ups and downs. Sometimes you take 2 steps back and 5 steps, I'm sorry, 2 steps forward and 5 steps back, but it's okay. As long as we continue to go on the right direction and we continue to build, new habits and have new tools in our tool belt and things that we learn to help us further get, further in our journey to get there. That's all that matters. I could sit here and I could beat myself up for gaining a couple pounds, for getting back off track, for, not being on my schedule of working out, for not getting my episodes out in time. That feels so shitty to me. Like it got to a point where I was like, I don't even want to. Like it started to get scary, like it is when I open like DMs. Like it was, I'm so dysregulated right now that even recording an episode was like, ah! But I needed to do it because this was my way of snapping out of it and getting back on track. And so I'm here to remind you that we are human. Shit happens. And it is okay if you make, a couple steps off of your track and you start going a little bit to the left and you're trying to go right, because you can redirect yourself at any point, anytime. Doesn't matter. It doesn't have to be on a Monday morning. It doesn't have to be on the first of the month. It doesn't have to be on January 1st. You can decide to change your life at 3 p.m. You could decide to change your life at 6:52 p.m. At any point where you get in your brain, nope, not doing that, I need to do something different, you can decide in that moment to change it. So I hope that my 5 little tips and tricks for us to work together collectively to just be a better human in 2024, I hope that they were helpful. And let me know in the comment section if there's anything else that you feel that needed to add or elaborate on, or anything that you personally are working on now to just, reach your goals or to help you get to the goal that you want to, your resolution in 2024. Let me know. Let a girl in. Let's work on this together. We are a community, and I appreciate you guys so much for still being here in this space with me and for just having all the patience for me and my crazy life and my hiatus. And yeah, just being so fucking down for me. So don't forget to subscribe, rate, and review on YouTube, because this is a video podcast, on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. I love you guys so much. I'll see you soon. Bye.